And then another thing, okay. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video I'm going to be talking about one of the most asked questions that I receive, and that is how I lost my belly fat. If you enjoyed this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get started talking about this topic. First of all, I want to start out this video by saying, yes, I'm going to be going into detail about how I personally lost belly fat. I started my weight loss journey in April of 2020. I lost 70 pounds in a year, and since then I've been working to build muscle and maintain my weight loss. And over time, I've been able to lose belly fat and just transform my body and build it to be what my goals have been. And I want to give some tips today on how I've done this, but I really do want to make it clear that you cannot spot reduce fat. So even when I'm talking about losing belly fat specifically, it's not something you can specifically target. There's no secret to make your belly smaller. These are just the things that over time they add up, and it has led to me specifically losing weight all over my body, but also in my stomach area. And these are just some things that I really notice help make a difference. I'm going to be going through some realistic things today that are sustainable in the long run, which is what's important. And that is how you're going to be able to lose your belly fat over time. Fat loss takes time. Like I said, you can't pick a specific spot that you want to lose the weight. You just have to overall lose fat. And then in time, it'll be in the areas where you want it to be. I just wanted to get that across because that's really important. You see so many videos and so many different workouts promising that you can lose your belly fat just from doing them or from eating a specific diet. And there's no magic secret. It's just a lot of things over time that you stay consistent with, and they can lead to some huge results. And even what your goals are if you want to lose your stomach fat. Some of the things that have helped me most, of course, I talk about my weight loss journey. I lost 70 pounds, but I've been overweight my entire life. I had stretch marks since I was in 3rd grade. I remember first finding them on my sides and not really knowing even what they were. And I just throughout my life struggled with gaining weight. And at my heaviest in 2020, I knew I needed to change something. I definitely knew I was gonna have loose skin and going to carry just extra weight everywhere. Like I just wanted to be healthier. I wasn't even focusing on where I was gonna be losing the weight. When I started in 2020, it was just about getting my health back. I started with tracking my food with Weight Watchers. I waited 3 months and then I started rollerblading. Then after another 3 months, I started weightlifting. And all during this time, I was focusing on tracking my food. During that time was when I lost 70 pounds, which made a huge difference overall. Of course, I'm losing fat during that time, but I still carried a lot of it in my stomach area. And you can see over the years, this is one thing that helps me to just stay consistent now is comparing. Even back then when I had first lost the weight and I hit 180, what I looked like then versus now after I've built muscle and I've lost more fat, especially on my stomach area. One of the most important things that has helped me to look more toned, especially in my stomach, has just been lifting heavy weights at the gym. I always heard that lifting weights makes women bulky. Like it was something that I was just nervous about. I thought if I went to the gym, I would just be sticking to like low weight dumbbells and not really trying to push myself. Instead, I had a different mindset. I just wanted to get stronger. I wanted to be healthier. And it really amazed me the results that I've achieved just from being consistent at the gym and really challenging myself with heavier weights. That's one thing that's helped to just strengthen my core. It's just helped me to look overall more toned. And as you build muscle, it helps you to burn more fat in the long run. And so that definitely helped me. And again, especially in my stomach, I was building my core muscles, and over time, it's just slowly, like years. I'm telling you, it takes years to see some of these differences, but it has been so worth it. But staying consistent with them, I have really seen more muscle and really noticed the difference with like my core strength and stuff. Now, during this time, one thing that I really prioritized and what I still prioritize is eating a lot of protein. And every time I mention eating a lot of protein, also it's important to eat a lot of fiber. Both things help you to stay more full. Fiber helps you to digest the higher amounts of protein. And overall, building muscle was just a goal of mine because I knew that it was gonna help me look more toned in the long run. As I was losing weight, it really helped me to focus on protein and fiber because it was easier to stay on track with my goals with like tracking and staying under my points and stuff like that. And it just made me feel better, stronger overall, helped with muscle recovery, stuff like that. Prioritizing protein is really important overall to build a leaner body and to just be more satisfied to stay on track. It's something that has really helped me because one thing that I really have noticed when I start to see myself lean out more is that I really do have to be the most honest with myself about tracking. And it's not always easy because I've gotten to the point now that I've been using Weight Watchers for years now, and there's so many days where I can just track everything everything in my head and kind of know where I'm at for the day and know like, do I still need to eat something at the end of the night, or am I probably done for the day? Like that really has just become like day-to-day routine in my head for me. But I realized that when I'm actually very accurate with my tracking and more honest about it and every single thing I'm snacking on and stuff, that's when I really start to see the results, because I am just being more accurate. It's more accurate with the calories in and out, and it's just a way for me to kind of keep myself in check and really start to see some results. When it comes to losing some of that belly fat especially, I notice that it starts to lean out the most when I'm actually consistent with my tracking. I am in weight loss mode right now, so that's when I've really noticed the biggest difference, being in a calorie deficit because I get fewer points in a day, and that's when I've really started to notice my stomach losing belly fat and toning up. I went back on weight loss mode in August, and that's when I've really seen the most changes recently because I was in maintenance for so long. So the things that I'm talking about today are a lot of the things that I really focused on starting in August when I jumped back on weight loss mode and really wanted to see some of that muscle that I've built. And these are some of the things that have just helped me to get rid of fat in kind of a quicker way than I was used to when I was just kind of maintaining and just kind of sticking with my routine, but not like challenging myself, not being so honest with tracking. These are the things that have really made that switch that allowed me to see more of that belly fat go away. And again, it's not something you can target, it's overall. So I've also seen my arms tone up a lot more. I've noticed my legs have toned up a lot more. They look smaller, but they're more muscular because I'm still staying consistent at the gym. And so it has been an all over thing that I've noticed, but specifically, I've really seen a difference in my stomach. And like I said, I get questions about that, so that's just how I got there. Then talking about the switch that I made in August, one of the biggest changes that I made, and I made a video where I got 10,000 steps every day in October. It was a goal I set for myself, and it was honestly mind-blowing the changes that I saw. And it's something that I've continued to make my priority because it makes such a difference. I, for so long, was just kind of like stubborn about walking. Like I knew it was beneficial, but I really didn't think that I could get the results I wanted. I thought I had to run. I thought I had to do more intense cardio. Even like rollerblading was more of a priority. And now I'm kind of realizing how beneficial just walking can be, and it's something I enjoy. It's nice for my mental health, and it's something that it's been tough because of the cold. I've really struggled to get outside, but I've used my walking pad a ton, and on days that it's warmer, I've just bundled up and taken advantage of it. So getting 10,000 steps, or just in general prioritizing walking throughout the day, getting movement throughout the day. With my Fitbit now, it gives you a reminder every hour to get 250 steps, and that actually does make a difference to just get me up instead of just sitting for hours and hours on end if I'm like working on stuff and not paying attention to it. It's a nice little reminder. Another thing that's so important when it comes to overall just like weight loss and health is sleep. I always talk about sleep being a priority, but even more recently, it's something that I just focus on so much more. And there are just so many benefits to getting your sleep every day. Not getting enough, it can really have a negative effect on your hormones, which could cause you to be more hungry throughout the day. It can also reduce your metabolism if you're not getting enough sleep. And there is research behind not getting enough sleep and it causing you to hold more fat around your stomach area. So I actually have noticed more of a difference even in the past few months with the Fitbit, especially because it helps me to prioritize sleep. It tells me how much I'm sleeping every night, and I'm realizing how much I maybe don't get enough sleep on certain nights, or just how much better I feel when I'm getting the right amount. And it's just brought my attention to it. So when you're getting enough sleep, it really does help to keep everything in balance when it comes to metabolism, hormones, and that type of stuff. And I really have noticed a difference after prioritizing sleep with just how I feel overall. I don't feel as bloated or inflamed, and I think it definitely makes a difference even in my stomach area. And going along with that, managing stress is just something that's really important when it comes to hormones. Also, just like holding extra fat, it is important to manage your stress, make that a priority. That was something for so long I just put off, and I didn't realize how much it was actually just hurting me. It's not always easy. It's definitely caused some of the biggest challenges I've faced dealing with stress and finding better ways to manage my stress, but it has paid off so much, and it can really make changes when it comes to your weight loss journey and fat loss if you are not taking good care of your hormones and metabolism. Okay, then a few more small things that I've really noticed have made a difference with just my stomach overall and how I've kind of leaned out more recently. One of the things that helps me the most is having protein coffees. I actually just finished mine. I really realized how much it helps me to stay full, to get that extra 30 grams of protein, or 40 if I add collagen in, and I enjoy drinking coffee. I enjoy the taste of my protein coffees, so it's just something that's easier for me to stay consistent with, but I feel like it definitely keeps me fuller longer, helps me hit my protein goals, and I've just noticed that my protein coffees really do help me more than I even realized with just staying on track with my goals in general. Also just having some good snack options at night, because I'm someone that finishes my dinner and I just want to go in the kitchen and ravage on everything. I want to go in the pantry, have a little bit of everything and snack and stuff. And having lower point options, especially for like desserts after dinner, it helps me to get out of the kitchen. I make like a little snack bowl, whether it's like a yogurt bowl or a bowl of cereal or even like a sweet snack mix with popcorn or something like that. I get out of the kitchen, I have my snack, and then I feel full and satisfied for the night. And I've really noticed that sticking with that and not letting myself go back and snack, even though I'm not even hungry, it's just like a habitual thing that I like to do. It's just like a mindless thing that does not help me achieve my goals, especially when I'm back on weight loss and stuff. So having lower point snack and dessert options that I can have after dinner when I want to go and do all that mindless snacking, it makes me feel full. Sometimes I'll even have tea after to just help with that. Peppermint tea helps with your stomach and just like bloating and digestion. And so I've been having more of that at night, and I noticed that that makes a difference, but I still allow myself to have that sweet treat that I'm wanting. So I don't feel like restricted or anything, but I have a good option, and then I kind of just stay out of the kitchen and try not to let myself mindlessly snack at night. This is something small, but it does make a difference. And I do notice that when I actually stick to like my ab and core exercises, I definitely start to see more of a difference, feel a little bit more toned in my stomach area. But I am so bad at staying consistent with my ab exercises because I always save them for upper body days after the workout, and then I just never want to actually do them. When I've been making more of an effort to either start my workout with those or just make sure that I set time aside to do my ab workouts, usually like 2 to 3 times a week, it really makes a difference, and I really start to see more of a difference. But of course, that's been from over time, consistently tracking my food, eating high protein foods, staying in a deficit when I want to lose weight, and all the other things, of course. So the core exercises, they help your core to be stronger. And there's something that I have noticed makes a difference, but it's not going to be like the main thing that's going to give you a flat stomach or get rid of all your belly fat. That's just something I want to mention because I do definitely notice a difference with it, but it's not something that I think should be your main priority, which again, you go online and you see all these workouts that say they can promise to get rid of all your belly fat from doing a couple crunches, but that's not the case. And like I mentioned before, it's taken years to build the muscle that I have that has helped me to look more toned, and it takes time, it takes progress. It's not gonna be just a couple ab workouts. That's something that's important. There's not gonna be any quick fix for this. It takes time, it takes patience, and that's the last thing that I wanna mention is have patience with it, because it has been years for me that I've been staying consistent with these healthier habits. Even when I was in maintenance mode, I was still consistently going to the gym and just working really hard to achieve the goals that I wanted with the physique that I wanted, just what I pictured my body at its healthiest and strongest being, and that's just what my goals have been. And it's taken time, but it feels like even now it's like 5 years ago I started and I'm finally getting to where I want to be, but there's still so much more progress I can make, and these are just some of the things that are helping me to achieve those goals. Again, there's no quick fix. These are some of the things that help me. One thing I also forgot to mention is drinking water, prioritizing water. That's something I say in every single one of my videos. I feel like it's a tip for every single video, but drink your water, make it a priority. It really does help overall with just everything with weight loss, with your wellness journey, and it's something you should prioritize. And even with reducing belly fat, it just helps even with like bloating and inflammation. I definitely have noticed a difference when I prioritize my water versus when I don't, because even the past couple weeks, I've kind of been slacking on my water and I've been feeling more just like bloated and not as good. And now that I've been back on track with it and all of these habits I'm talking about, I've definitely noticed a difference. I've been feeling really good, and it has really just helped overall. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Remember that this is a journey. You're in it for the long haul. You want it to be sustainable and to do it for the right reasons. That's really what's kept me going, is doing it for my health, doing it for my future, and doing it to just be the strongest version of myself that I can be. And these are some of the things that I've done to achieve my goals, and I hope they help. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.